Heaven's Journey to Life, Day 3. What does it really mean to be alive? In this blog, we continue walking the relationship between energy as the mind and money as the world system as how we accepted and allowed to, through as with energy as mind, create and manifest the world system as money. Within this process of self-forgiveness, we open up the consequences of what we have accepted and allowed as the mind energy and our creation as the world system money within the relationship to ourselves, the physical, others, the earth, the animal kingdom, this entire existence with all, everything, and everyone within and as it. As we walk the manifested consequence of our self, life, and world creation, we take self-responsibility, and in that self-responsibility, gift ourselves with the power to stand up, stop, change ourselves, our lives, and our creation, to live ourselves, our lives, and our creation within the starting point principle that will manifest an existence where all are in fact equal and one, and no more existing within the manifested consequence we have accepted and allowed ourselves to create through, within, and as accepted and allowed separation from ourselves, each other, the earth, the physical, and this physical existence with all and everything and everyone within and as it. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe and so define my relationship with and in energy of the mind to be me, living, being alive. As long as I experience energy, I am living and am alive, equal to and one with my relationship with and in money within the world system. As long as I experience money, I am living and am alive. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how I am not in fact equal, even equal and one with energy, as the very substance of energy, as my relationship towards and with energy is connected in separation to an experience, and therefore I experience energy. Energy is an experience. I am not energy in itself, in fact. And so also with money, my relationship towards and with money is an experience, as I experience myself with as without money. And thus my experience with as without money connect me in a relationship of separation with as money. I am not in fact standing equal to and one with the very manifestation of money as a physical part of this world or reality. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to limit me to existing as only an experience in separation with and as energy and money. And in that accepted and allowed separation have made me powerless and inferior to energy, and so the mind, and so the world system and money. And in that powerlessness, inferiority, have accepted and allowed myself to give superiority and control to energy as the mind and money as the world system, where I've abdicated my responsibility of me to energy and money, and energy as the mind and money as the world system has taken the directive principle of who I am, what, how I live and create manifest in my stead, because I have not been here. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to blame the mind, the world system as energy and money for who I am, what, how I live and create manifest, when it is in fact me within my accepted and allowed relationship to energy and money within and as separation that is and has been polarizing myself within the relationship of inferiority and powerlessness as me, and superiority and control as energy, the mind, and money is the world system, because energy in itself and money in itself cannot function, direct, exist, create, manifest by itself. It's manifested parts of me that is existing and functioning and living in accordance to my instruction as I am the beingness, the source, the origin within this existence that created energy, the mind, money, and the world system. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to diminish my self-awareness and existence of equality and oneness through accepting and allowing myself to separate me from equality and oneness with and as all, as I was in fact a part of the very substance that was existent within and as all in equality and oneness. And so by and through our very substance, we were already equal in one. But I accepted and allowed myself to, in my individual part and manifestation of and from existence as a whole, believe that I am only one as a separate individual, and did not consider my oneness and thus equality of and as my very substance. From here, I accepted and allowed myself to perceive others and existence in separation from and of me, and created manifested relationship to and towards existence and others as me from the starting point of separation. And so I constructed, created, manifested my experiences of myself to and towards everything and everyone. And what emerged, manifested from those experiences was energy that became a substance of my creation as separation, as I separated me from the substance of equality and oneness of here. This equal to and one with how we're all perceiving ourselves as individuals within this physical existence, when we're all in fact emerged from the exact same equal and one substance as physicality that unify us into and as equality and oneness. But as with energy that has emerged as the substance of separation within me, because I did not stand with and as my equality and oneness, money as the world system has emerged as the manifestation of separation, because we as humanity could not regulate, take directive principle of our relationships with ourselves, each other, and this physical existence in working and living together. And so money became the substitute that is controlling, regulating, and functioning, existing of humanity, the functioning and existing of humanity as a whole together on this earth. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand that I have become what I have accepted and allowed myself to become as a diminishment of me from equality and oneness with and as all, due to the extent to which I have come to accept and allow my existence as experience, and why, how my mind and this world system has come to be what it is today as the direct manifested consequences of my accepted and allowed separation from and of me, as all as one is equal. And therefore, that the solution to the manifested consequences as the mind and this world system is me taking responsibility for my creation of my separation, with responsibility being retracing my steps in and as my mind and this world system, as retracing my steps is taking each point of the mind and each part of this world system and standing equal to and one with it, where I take the points of within and as my mind and the parts within and as this world system, and get to know them as me, how they work, function, operate, and how it came to manifest in separation, so that I can take those relationship designs of separation and weave them into equality and oneness through, with, and as me. And from me standing up with the responsibility I have taken for my creation as the mind world system, I stand as a living example in thought, word, and deed, and relive myself into creation within the starting point of what I have always supposed to have been living, being, expressing as equality and oneness. And so remind all parts of me as this existence that has come into separation from themselves with me, of the equality and oneness that is always and has been here, to retrace, rewalk their individual processes through the mind, the world system, so that we can stand together and relive this physical existence creation into and as the principal manifestation and expression of what we all in fact are and always have been, equality and oneness. And so return to the physical, to the substance as ourselves that has been waiting, that has been right here as the answer and the key to freedom for all. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand that it has in fact been my own accepted and allowed self-definition of insignificance, inferiority, powerlessness, as my accepted and allowed relationship to energy and money, the world system, that has seeded the idea within and as and of myself of not having the ability to stop, change, transform, or make a difference to the manifestation of the mind and the reality of this world system. But what I have not seen, realized, understood is that the significance, inferiority, powerlessness I experience towards the mind and this world system is simply because of the extent to which I have created and manifested creations, manifestations in separation from and of me. And in relating myself as one point being to my creation as the mind, of all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, personality, conscious, subconscious, unconscious mind, etc. And this entire physical existence, the earth, the animal kingdom, the world system, humanity, etc. I am like an ant to a mountain of rock hills that face me. But what I have not seen, realized, and understood within this is that I have been approaching the solution of myself, my mind, and humanity, this world, within the context and starting point of separation, as an individual, alone, having to resolve, face, transform, change, walk through all and everything that is here, instead of seeing, realizing, understanding that I am in this world with everyone else as me, and therefore, yes, I cannot do this alone in facing my mind and this world system as me and walking it into and as a solution, but it starts with me as I stand as one, as a living example, facing my mind, taking responsibility for me, for my mind as me, facing this world system, taking one point within this world that will be my responsibility. And so all ones stand in self-responsibility and take one point within this world system and walk that one point. And so as we stand together and walk together, we assist and support ourselves to equality and oneness with the physical and unite the world system into and as equality and oneness through and as we accumulate within our equality and oneness of standing together. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how I have seen the mind, world system as a mountain, thinking, believing that there is no way that I can make a difference, change to myself and this world, but have accepted and allowed myself to approach such change within the starting point of how I have accepted and allowed myself to manifest me in absolute separation from my mind as me and the world system as me. And in that state of inferiority, powerlessness, tuned towards my creation as the mind and the world system, I have created the belief of it being impossible to ever change the mind, the world system, because if I accept and allow to continue existing in separation of inferiority, powerlessness to my creation that has become my superiority and control, I will not see the solution possibility of change because I will not see, realize, understand the solution change to my mind and this world system in such a continued, accepted, and allowed state of polarized separation when the solution change is and has always been right here, me. I am the one that is the solution change to the mind, the world system, attempting to change the entire mind and this entire world system as it exists in its manifestation is impossible because it is and has been created over time and accumulated and manifested into and as layers and dimensions. So in looking at it now, it may seem like a mountain, but how it became a mountain was rock by rock by rock that accumulated over time. Therefore, the process of change is walking time as step by step by step and breath by breath by breath in walking up the mountain and taking rock by rock by rock down to return the mountain of rocks to the equality and oneness position with direct relationship to the earth. And so I walk myself as my mind, breath by breath by breath, establishing my equality and oneness with my creation as me, as mind. And so I walk myself in this world system as a living example of how the world and humanity can in fact walk, live together on this earth by and through presenting solutions to the functioning of the world system that will contribute and ensure an equal and one life for all. I commit myself to walking the process of self-forgiveness as the step-by-step, word-by-word process of me taking self-responsibility for my creation as me, of and as the mind, energy within, and so the world system, money without, that has created, manifested the consequence of separation from myself and all and everything and everyone within and as this physical existence as me. I forgive myself. I commit myself to walking step by step by step, breath by breath by breath, word by word by word, as an example of the process that will be required to be walked by each one in the process of taking responsibility for the mind and the world system to see, realize, and understand, as I have, that we're going to face and walk the consequences of ourselves and this world individually and together. And the process of changing, transforming the mind, the world system starts with self. I commit myself to walking the process of taking responsibility for energy within and money without, as I prepare myself within myself and this world to stand as a living example of equality and oneness and present the solutions to the world that stand within and as equality and oneness. And as I stand as a living example, others will hear, see, and we become one, standing together as equals, walking our individual self-process and our one point within the world system, and so come together within and without. I commit myself to walking the process of stopping my accepted and allowed relationship of my polarized separation of inferiority, powerlessness as experience, and superiority control of mind, energy, and world system, money, to stop existing as but only an experience and substantiate myself into and as a living physical substance manifestation through and as walking self-forgiveness, aligning me with myself as the mind, energy, and the world system, money, with self-forgiveness as taking responsibility for me as my creations, as mind, energy, and the world system, money. And in that responsibility, gift myself with the power and ability to change me as it.